Okay, so the recording. Script. Uh, I'm gonna stutter too much if I read it. Whatever. I'm doing it off the top of my head. Let's go. First video, first podcast. Oh, this is nerve-wracking. Okay. Hello. I haven't even introduced this podcast or myself yet. You ready? Okay. Here we go. Hello and welcome to the Time of Random podcast. On this podcast, I will be talking about the random things I thought about over the weekend. No, over the week. uh, when I think of these random things over the week, I write them down in a book. Right here. Then, on every Saturday, I decide, you know what, I'm gonna record. And now, in this book, I have random ideas, stuff I can talk about on this podcast. That's specifically why I made this podcast the Time of Random. Because it's just random ideas. Me talking to myself to a microphone that you are listening to the audio of. So hi, and thank you so much for listening. If you enjoy it, go ahead and subscribe, of course. Hit that like button. A new thing I found out recently, is that when a YouTuber says hit the like button or press subscribe, those two buttons actually light up. So, first of all, that's super freaking cool. Second of all, go back to when I said those two things the first time and look at those buttons glow. It's super cool. I didn't know that until like a couple days ago. Um, anyway, that's a great way of showing you how this is going to work. I find a random thing to talk about, and I talk about it for a short or long period, what have you. It's here. I'm here. You're listening, and I'm so glad you are. Okay. First thing, let's see. Um, Ooh, here's a cool one. Alright, so I had this idea for a game people could play. So I wrote down here, uh, a group of people write words based around a chosen subject on a piece of paper. Everyone puts the paper in a hat. One of the players would go up and pick a random piece of paper from this hat and read it out loud, whatever is on the paper, and then try to guess who in the room, which player wrote that specific thing down. I think it's a pretty cool game idea. It's interactive, like a team builder. It's cool. I like that. Uh, Let me find a new one. Wow, at the rate I'm going through these and the how fast I'm talking, I'm gonna go through all of my ideas super quickly. Um, for those of you who don't know, like if you randomly found this video on your thing, your feed, and you just thought, hey, this is cool. Let's see what this is about. And you're not one of my friends that I told to, well then, I one of my friends that I forced to watch, here, listen to this. um, well then, hi, I have been putting off making this podcast for like a year. I, uh, I had everything to make it, everything set up, and now today I just thought, you know what, whatever, let's do it. It's been a year. Ugh. That's a poem. Uh, where? Oh my gosh. I'm getting the other book. I have better ideas on there. I got it. Cool. Sweet. Let's see. It should be. That's here. I said here instead of C. Okay. Let's see. Here it is. Here's the page. Okay. Coal of fire. Ooh, yeah, that's an interesting topic. What if there was this type of fire, like maybe a chemical compound, maybe just magic, uh, with some fire was actually cold. I mean, think of like a cold star or a cold sun. Instead of radiating heat, it radiated the cold, and it's this big celestial thing in space that make, I don't know, vapor that's super cold. I guess that would be just like a star of nitrogen, wouldn't it? Huh. Oreo flavors? I wrote down Oreo flavors. What could I talk about Oreo? Oh, new Oreo flavors. I just watched a YouTube short recently where um someone got sent a limited edition or this team up between Sour Patch Kids and Oreos. Super weird. I can't describe it without being confused. I mean, you have sweet and sour, sure, but add it in a cookie with cream. How does that work? In the video, he said that it tasted good, but now I'm starting to think he is just reading off a script. They told him to say something like that. Um, I don't know. It's just the whole Oreo brand is just making weird flavors and somehow making them work. Uh, I I don't know. It's super weird and random. Wow, how fitting for this podcast. All right, next. How do you explain the modern world to the medieval world? Ooh. Okay, so let me paint a picture for you. So, you're a time traveler. You go into the past, to the medieval era. Now, you're in front of all of these people with axes, arrows, spears, and they're asking you, where did you come from? What are those clothes? And now you have to explain to them that you're a time traveler. So you try, and somehow you convince them. They let down the guard. Start putting away the weapons. They start talking to you. What is the future like? Um, then you just blank on the spot. You're like, because a lot of the words that you know is non-existent. So not only do you have to explain these wild, unimaginable things to these people, you also have to explain the meaning of the words you're saying in their words. They maybe you don't even know their language, and then you have another uh communication gap. It's a really interesting topic. What's up next? I wonder if ChatGPT could organize a successful spaceship launch. Oh, yeah. That's okay, yeah. So imagine if NASA came out with this new spaceship and this new way of controlling the spaceship. All of it is done by AI. AI everything. They read the weather, they see what's going to be in the scares it's in the sky. What's gonna be in the sky that day? So maybe there's a plane scheduled to fly over top. Something, everything. Just literally everything. And it tries to think of everything that might go wrong, everything that might go right, and how to adjust for certain things. Of course, I'm imagining there has to be a point where it can't really it can't see everything. It can't think of every single possible scenario, and then give plans. And also, because everything is changing, it would keep on giving out new plans and new rocket designs for people to build. And that constantly changing rocket ship would be impossible to build because this AI keeps either forgetting about what the parts are, or they they try upgrading it but not knowing that it's still being built, so they have to disassemble the whole of what they have already made and now build it again, build it something else. So that's going to be super time wasting. That would be super time consuming, and I think it would never launch. It would never be able to consistently give out ideas that add on to what they were already thinking. So it's never going to be in fruition. It's never going to be completed. Next one. Ooh, I'm a little out of breath. D&D fourth wall. Uh oh, oh so D&D. It's this big community, big game. It's really cool and interesting. I've always I've always wanted to play D&D, but I don't know how to like introduce myself to it, and I don't know how to give like hi, can I play with you? It just seems too uh you know, I don't want to bother them. I don't want them to have to restart or try to teach me stuff. Because obviously there's just a ton of stuff that I don't know about it, and now they have to teach me everything, and that's going to put everyone into a slow pace. So I just, I don't want to bother people. But D&D fourth wall. Okay, so imagine a character that can actually break the fourth wall. They know they're in their little tiny piece on a table, a, and a character sheet, and they talk to the actual players in the voice, and they give it could be comical. It could be a cool thing for a creator to do if a D&D campaign YouTube channel has this one character that can break the fourth wall. They could uh, have decisions made for them by a live chat, or they Google things and everyone else is going, "What is Google? Who are you talking to? I what? You're crazy. I can't I can't be bothered by you. I want to go to rest. You guys don't understand. I can break the fourth wall. You know what the fourth wall is? Oh, you mean this wall? No, that's the second wall, you stupid. uh, oh, it closed the book. Now I need to find the page again. It's a small book too. I got it for free. I painted little shapes on it. Not painted. I drew shapes on the cover. It's really cool. What's next? Advent calendar where you put together a snowman. Oh, yeah. So every thing that you poke it, you know those advent calendars where you get things from the little pockets, the little boxes? Um, they could be individual pieces of a thing that you can build. Think like a Kinder Egg. Or for my American audience, if you're American, I don't know, because you don't have Kinder Eggs. It's like this chocolate egg, and inside is a little capsule with some toy that you build and then you can play with. It's a really neat concept. Anyway, so you have this advent calendar, and every box has a separate piece to one thing. Maybe you're building a snowman or a Christmas tree. Uh, Either way, it's cool. Ooh, maybe you're building a ornament to put on the tree, so that when you finally get to Christmas, the end, you get that like a rope or a hanger, so you can put it up on your Christmas tree. Isn't that cool? Uh, what's next? A book that you can start anywhere and it'll make sense. Ooh, that's also a cool concept. So you get this new book from the library. You go, oh, cool. What? Oh, so the first page says to open this book from anywhere? Wait, really? Anywhere? Alright, guess where to start. I'll open it to the middle. Oh, wow. I feel like I'm just reading a story. It's not even, um, I don't feel like I'm missing anything. I'm just reading something. And it keeps continuing from page to page to page. Wow, that's cool. So in that little recreation, uh, just think of a book that you open up and you can read a story. Then the next page continues off that other story. Of course, the book wouldn't be able to get anywhere or have some conclusion, but still it'd be super cool to have this continuing story on and on and on. The never ending story. Do, 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 do. Ooh, a chat GPT generated D&D campaign. So all the characters and the world itself is all made and directed by ChatGPT. That'd be a cool concept. Just to have this overlord of AI. Maybe the theme of it could be a cyberpunk or like a mixture of technology and medieval things, like you see in Pneumonia. Nemona. That's how you say it. Nemona. Uh, that'd be really cool. Or it's just like some type of adventure that has really bad continuancy or contingency, because it keep forgetting stuff. So it could be both funny and weird, random. Another thing that just ties to this podcast so well. Just random stuff, right? Well, that's the whole page gone. Um, so yeah. Oh, on the other page, I wrote my own joke. Would you like to hear a joke that I wrote? Sure, let's do it. Okay. Why do you need a good EA mark to get into Hogwarts. So EA is English Arts. Writing, English. Why do you need a good English mark to get into Hogwarts? Well, of course, you have to be good at spelling. Huh? Yeah. Magic. Hell yeah. Yeah. Whatever. Who cares? Wah. Oh, this was fun. I'm really glad that I finally decided to do this. You know what? Now that I'm just about to end everything, this podcast is already at 20 minutes. Wow, 30 minutes soon. No, 20, 20, then 21. It doesn't go by tens. Alright. Go back to this script I wrote months ago because it took me a year to actually get to this point of recording. I wrote down some reasons that could be for um why people would want to listen to this podcast. So maybe now you're wondering, okay, so this is a cool concept, cool podcast, but why would anyone even care? Why would anyone want to listen? Well, because my um ah because this podcast doesn't have a lot of uh contingency. No, I'm using words wrong. It doesn't really make sense. It doesn't escalate from the past point. You just listen to it and have fun, right? It's kind of like that idea with you open up the book at anywhere and it makes sense. Because it does. I'm talking about random stuff uh, again and again and again. You don't really have to pay attention. So that's why it's good for just to be white noise in the background while you're doing work or something, just to have some noise going on. Or maybe, because I've seen people, keep seeing seen or heard. I, people, my friends, have told me that I have a calming or soothing voice. So this podcast could be used as sleep aid. Whatever, just have it going on in the background, and as you just snooze, you start going to sleep. Yeah, it's just there in the background. Go ahead, listen. I'll keep talking. You could die on the spot, and I'd keep talking. Uh, another use for this podcast that people might want is writer's block or artist block. Because I myself suffer from this so often when I want to like write a story just because, or I want to draw something just because, I have no idea what to draw or write. So I this is one of the main reasons for this podcast. You can go onto this podcast, listen to a couple ideas that I think of, and if any of them stand out to you, you can finally have an idea of, oh, that's cool. I can probably have fun with my friends by making this uh campaign on D&D made entirely by ChatGPT. Or, oh, I can draw that or make a comic about that. All of these ideas are just ideas. I'm not doing them. I'm not putting my own trademark on them. Go ahead, use any of these. They maybe you want to make your own content out of theorizing about why Oreo is trying to make so many flavors. Or maybe you can go down a rabbit hole and talk about how cold fire might actually work. Or you could use cold fire in your D&D campaign. I don't know. Go ahead, do it. Uh, but yeah, it's just to inspire and give people this idea. My ideas can be projected all over the place, and I can heal people's anguish in their just sitting down, and I have no idea what I want to do. Just do what you always do, just write. That's the problem, sweetie. I don't know what to write. Oh, well, I did find this new podcast recently called The Time of Random. Check it out. It has tons of ideas, blah blah blah. And then we go like, oh, okay. Oh, ooh, I could write that. Cool. I'll start typing away now. Um, Talking about stories, or characters. If you are a writer and you want to make this magical place, um, if someone can control plants and make things grow, they can throw an apple. There's like an apple bomb. They throw an apple, then they make the seeds suck up the nutrients from the apple, as they do, and then grow roots from the apple, making spikes. Or maybe they pop out, so then it's like a spike grenade, like a frag grenade. It's cool. You turn an apple into a freaking bomb. So yeah. Next, uh, other uses for this. It could just, you know what? I'm just gonna read the script. The reason I even made this podcast, my purpose for this podcast, is to cure writer's block, to be entertaining, to be noise for studying or doing work when you need that spark of something interesting in the background. When it gets too quiet and boring, we all know that empty feeling. Or, and also to spark creativity and deep thought. I can talk about something, then now you're down this rabbit hole. Like, oh, the Illuminati is actually the oil company. And then they're trying to they're trying to control our minds by what kind of Oreo flavors we eat. We can, no, they can study how Oreo flavors make us feel, or what kind of people eat these types of Oreo flavors. And then they're like, ooh, I know what kind of person you are. You eat these types of Oreos. I know you from the inside out. I know your motives and your brains, your mind. You liking Oreos is the reason why you're going to die. Wait, isn't that just obesity? No obesity jokes. I'm sorry. Uh, Whoopsie. Oh, 29 minutes. I'm, this is way longer than I thought I've been recording. Just goes to show how fun this is fun to me. I like talking, and my voice never gets tired. Um, it just, I can keep going and going, and that's why I feel like I'm just perfect for this. Alright. Well, I should end this soon now, maybe. My feet, I'm standing up because I somehow precariously got my microphone to be on my wall. Put a scarf on the wall so that I would not, my voice wouldn't echo off of the wall so much. I'm just gonna kneel on my chair. Okay, there we go. Heck yeah. Feet are not being in pain anymore. Fantastic. Alright. Just before recording this, I had this idea. I can try to predict things that happens in the future for this community that I'm going to make. Probably. I don't know. I don't know how big this podcast is going to get, but maybe in like maybe in 10 years if I keep doing this, it'll be like I don't know, 10 subscribers. One subscriber each year. That sounds about right. I honestly have no idea about the future of this podcast. I'm just hoping that it's going to be something. If not just uh, another video on YouTube, another podcast on YouTube. It's going to be something. I know that. I'm going to meet new people, find new friends maybe. It's going to be super cool, and I'm excited for the future of this new thing. Variety podcast. Hey, that could be how I can advertise it. A new format of podcasts. Variety podcasts. The time of random. The new frontier. Wonder if that actually works. It might. I hope it does. That would be super cool. Yeah. Uh, oh, you have no idea, listener, how excited I am for this new thing that I'm doing. And if you are enjoying it, again, I remind you to subscribe or hit the like button. Like, there's no harm in it. But just do it. I freaking do it. Oh, I'm running out of things to say. And that is a real bad thing because I'm on a podcast and I'm supposed to be talking 24/7. Ah. Alright. Focus mode. I'm gonna look around my room and try to find out things I can talk about. You know what? Just as I was saying that, I found something. I've always wanted to be a voice actor. You know? It just always, I had that in my head ever since I watched, as a kid, I would watch the developers cut, no, developer commentary over the movie of Finding Nemo or Cars. Uh, we had this DVD of both of those. We had two DVDs of those, and I kept on watching them and watching them, and then all of a sudden I found this one thing on the menu about some commentary, and I thought I'm gonna watch it. Then people were talking over the movie, talking about the movie, how they created it, how scenes were made, or it even showed people behind the scenes, talking to microphone, being those voices. And to me, I was mind blown. I wanted to be one of those people. I wanted to have my own camera set up, and it would just be me talking to a microphone, being that voice of someone, and then people watching the movie would go, "Oh, that's who voiced that character. That's cool. I wonder where else they're from." Then they'll just research, and then all of a sudden they're everywhere, and like, what the heck? How did I not know this person existed sooner? Doing everything. uh, if I think it's fun to voice act and um to have that type of power over your voice where you can sound really serious. Like I'm trying to explain to you how to defuse a bomb. Like I can't be there with you, but I really, really do wish you the luck. The luck? I, I wish you luck, my friend, in finding the right wire. It should be the red one or blue one, whichever one. I hope that luck is on your side. Goodbye. Then at the end of the movie, they're fine, and they're like, I never doubted you for a second. I'm so proud of you. Oh, bring it in. Then they hug and kiss, maybe, huh? What? Hmm. uh, yeah, it's voice acting. Super cool. What else? Oh, I always wanted to make a comic or something like that. Um, I had this plan with someone who they we wanted to make this podcast. No, not well. Yeah, this started as a plan with other people, but I'll talk about that later. Comic book. I have this plan that might come true sooner or later, where I would write stuff for the comic and then they would draw it. Then we would have a web comic, ship it over to Instagram or something. Then, I don't know, fame, money, whatever. But I've had so much ideas for comics, but I never did them. Same with this podcast. I've had so many ideas over the year of planning this that now that I'm actually doing it, it feels like this new door has opened for me. I don't know how to describe it without being corny, but you can understand that this is really exciting to me. I'm ecstatic. Um, Oof, I'm running out of stuff. No, what could I be saying? Ooh, how am I? Oh no, I tested earlier. I don't know if it still. Oh, it does. So I can hear myself. I'm so sorry if that was really loud. I just glanced over to my laptop, and it might have been in the red. I'm really. If that was super loud, I am so sorry. Uh, if that scared you or bothered you, put in the comments. I want to see how many people I scared with my harmonica. Uh, I can hear myself I in my headphones. It has like a 0.5 second delay, which might mess me up somehow, but so far I feel like it hasn't been doing that at all. So I feel good. I feel good. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. Feel like I should. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. I feel good. I wonder if I've written anything else in this book. Right? What in the wonky hoo ha bing bong? That is. I don't know what that is. What did I write there? Chicken center? Merglin. I don't know what that page is. Ah, whatever. Okay, well, I feel like it's been talking for a while, for a good while. It's almost been an hour, and that's a big accomplishment for talking, and for my first episode to be a frickin' hour of just me talking. And if you listen to this far into the podcast, one, thank you so much. That means so much to me. And two, that means that you find this adequately interesting, or you enjoy my voice or something. So I'm going to remind you one last time to subscribe. You've made it this far. You might like my further on videos, no, podcasts. So why not? You know, you don't even have to get notifications from me. You can tap the bell and go, I don't want notifications from this idiot. Just hitting the subscribe button means that you're giving me support on my first video. Podcast. Why do I keep getting that wrong? I keep saying video instead of podcast. It sucks. I can't get it right. I can't keep getting away with it. uh, um, uh, I'm sorry if I keep peeking the microphone. I don't really know how this stuff works. Cause then again, this is the first time I've ever done this. I'm still sorry about the harmonica. I could manually put my volume down right now. Whatever. It's almost nearing an hour. 43. Jeez. Okay. Back on my feet. My feet have been healed. Uh, pun. My feet's been healed. That's funny. Beware of those. I'm gonna be saying a lot more puns on these episodes. I like puns. I've always liked puns. My brother, he tells so much puns, and whenever he does, I hate it because he always beats me to it. I can't say any jokes because he's the one who always does it first. Ugh. I mean, I want to be the funny guy. I want to be entertaining. I mean, I'm here talking into a microphone to put on YouTube. I want to be entertaining. Don't steal my spotlight. Ah. but he does it anyway, and I'm sick of it. I'm gonna punch him. Grr. I'm not gonna punch him, no. Just in case someone is gullible and they think I'm actually gonna punch my brother, I'm not. I don't want to punch anyone. Uh, oh, okay. I can't stop smiling. This is making me really happy doing this talking, and I'm not getting interrupted, or I'm able to speak freely, and it doesn't feel like I'm bothering anyone because I'm recording this. You are listening to a recording, which means you can stop it, you can get off of it whenever you want, and you know, I can't do anything to stop you, and I'm not interrupting your day. So honestly, it's a win-win, right? Yeah, it's just woohoo. Oh, I'm feeling great. How about you? That's another thing. Like, make another comment down there if you haven't already. If you have or haven't already, make a comment. Tell me how you doing. What do you think of this podcast? I'll wait. Don't worry. Uh, I'll just wait for like a couple more seconds. How about 10 seconds? Now that's 10 seconds. Did you wait your comment? I hope you did, because that would be super cool. I'd love to, like, I think I'm going to reply to every single comment that is on this video for the end of time. I'll have this stored in my saved library. I'll go back to this video every day, again and again and again, and I'll keep replying to every single comment. So go ahead. I'll reply to you. We might even be able to have a conversation. Whatever, just go ahead. Comment. Uh, there's there's nothing stopping you, and I would love to interact with you. Make a new friend. I don't know. Don't be shy. Comment. Come on, do it. Do it now. Now. Now is your time. I give you permission to type your little words into the comment section. Place your fingers on top of your keyboard. Press the keys down, typing out ferociously, every single letter, forming every single word, forming every single sentence, forming every single paragraph. You think that you can stop me with your little words? No, I am unstoppable. I read your words with pity because I know that I'm better. I'm not. I'm just saying that. I'm having so much fun, you know? I hope you are too. And if you are, you could just, you know, yeah. Uh, I didn't continue that because I made a promise. I said I wouldn't tell you to do those two things. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. If you're enjoying the uh, record episode, if you're enjoying the podcast, I went from video to recording to episode to podcast. I really need to wrap my head around podcast. Ah. Either way, it's I'm so glad that you even took the time to put attention to me. Right? I am overly thankful to you, listener, for staying on this podcast for this long. I'm nearing an hour, which is in of itself super freaking cool. And if you are still listening, that in of itself is also really, really fucking cool. Almost swore there. Whoopsie. I can swear by now, right? It's been over a minute. And again, I don't have a partnership with YouTube. I'm not making any revenue. Whatever. I don't plan on making any revenue. This is just a fun thing to do. To meet new people. To reach out to new people. It's just cool. I, it's just cool. You know, the idea. I'm gonna sit down. Just sit down with you. Are you sitting down? You should. I'm gonna tell you a story. Adjusting the microphone. Okay. Hello. If you're sitting down, hi. I hope you're comfortable. Um, because I am. I'm sitting down in my own chair. So, let me tell you about the history of this podcast. First, I was planning to make this podcast with a couple of friends. Two of them to be exact. I will not be saying the names because they don't it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter right now. I honestly think that I put mo- most, if not all, of the effort into coming up with ideas, coming up with whatever for this podcast. Then longer and longer they always just didn't have time or didn't want to record or continue with it. So then I got tired of waiting and I started plotting my own way of doing it, how I'm going to do it. And now I'm here talking to you. Well, to you right now, no, to me right now, you are a microphone that I precariously mounted on my wall. A feat of engineering too stupid to explain. uh, It really is stupid. I have no idea how it stays on here. How it stayed on here. Um, so, at, crap. I had this, idea. I kept on talking to myself when I was alone, like I am hosting this. I was thinking of ways to open up the time of random to say like, hello and welcome. Hi, and welcome to the I keep forgetting the name of my podcast. That's gonna happen a lot, isn't it? But no, but my favorite version, my favorite way of opening up. I'm gonna adjust my microphone because I'm gonna stand up. There we go. Sweet. Cool. Alright. So, the way I would open up the podcast. In an introduction. What is that called? An intro. I an idea for the intro would be if there was someone else with me, I was either in a call or with someone. I would be talking to them. Then I would, without them knowing, start the recording. But not for too long, because that's illegal to record people without their consent. Or record someone without telling them. Whatever. I would ask them, hey, guest, do you know what time it is? Then they would check the time or something. They would say, oh, it's, what time is it right now, actually? It's 7:30. Then I would go, no, you're wrong. It's not. Then they'd be confused, of course, because it is 7:30. And I'd continue with saying, right now is the time of random. Welcome and hello, everyone, to the time of random. On today's episode, I have with me a special guest of this person. Say hi. So how are you doing? It go like that. Super cool. I thought it would be really entertaining and fun to do. I can't stop smiling. Jeez. It's starting to make me speak worse because I keep smiling. I can't stop. Make it stop. Ah. I'm excited to do this finally. After a year of planning and thinking, I finally can do this. I can finally talk to a microphone precariously mounted onto my wall in a manner of which it's too stupid to explain. That's how I'm going to describe it every single time I talk about the microphone mounted on my wall precariously. That's too stupid to explain. It's going to be a recurring thing. A meme, I just thought of this while I was talking about Oreos earlier. It's probably going to be a meme in this new community where I keep talking about Oreos and how I turn into this Oreo conspiracy theorist, and I'm like, Oreos, they're circles and they're kind of 2D, but those kind of look like. Wait, see, look at this, look at this Oreo. It looks like a UFO. Yeah. You ever wonder how they can think of so many flavors and creations? It's because they're aliens. They go to different planets and get inspiration from those different planets. Then they come back here with these amazing tasting cookies that are great with milk. And milk. Milk! Like cows. How aliens abduct cows. Milk! Of course. It all makes sense. Oh, I'm just gonna. I should make an episode of the Time of Random down the road where I talk about Oreos. The entire thing. It's just me ranting about Oreos. It'd be a joke episode, maybe 10 minutes long, but it'd be funny. Whoa! I just hit 1 hour. 1 hour of me talking. That is amazing. And I still want to keep talking. This is fun. It's entertaining me. And if you are still here, if you're listening, thank you so much. It's like confetti or fireworks going off in my heart, in my head. If I like look at my analytics and I know that people have watched or listened, keep saying watched. If I find out that people have listened to this podcast up until now at least, or even like if they've listened to 20 minutes or 30 or 40, I'm gonna be smiling so much. If you know anyone who might want to listen to this podcast, please share it. Give me more attention from other people, new people, because this is honestly something I want to start up and be excited about and want to record for some like interaction or attention. I don't have to be famous. Whatever, fame, whatever, blah. I might do streaming. That'd be cool. Just talking on stream, doing whatever. Maybe playing Minecraft or the TF2. I don't know. Whatever. I want to do something like this. This is something I've always wanted to do. And now I'm doing it. And I'm loving it. So please, if you have any idea of anyone who would like this podcast, this style, or like just if they need something in the background or if they need ideas, because later episodes of this podcast is probably going to be way different than this because I'll have much more ideas to talk about than this one small page of things that I wrote a couple of months ago. Um, so if they are a writer or insomniac or artist, or maybe they're content creators, or maybe they're bored 24/7. Maybe they just like podcasts. Or maybe they don't. Maybe they're just a person. Please, just like share my channel to other people. Spread this to places. I want to get to places on the web, of course. I don't plan on being famous. That'd be really stressful, I think. I hear stories from uh or interviews from people on in uh, I listen to interviews of YouTubers, singers, whatever. They I keep hearing that being famous isn't really all that good. So right now I'm kind of in this limbo of do I want to or do I not want to? Maybe I can be like super duper famous, but not really do anything about it. I mean, you can't see my face right now. If I don't make that much revenue, I can just being a job, and then this is my hobby, just recording. You don't know me. You only know my voice. That's good. That's cool because that means that I'm anonymous. I haven't even told you my name. I haven't even give you my alias. I haven't. Oh, I said my brother. No, I didn't say my brother's name. I didn't say any of my family's name. I didn't say whatever. I am good. So, woohoo. I'm following Being Online 101. So that's good. I'm glad to be that. What time am I at? 1 hour, 5 minutes. Oh, 6 minutes now. Ooh, getting long. I am running out of things to talk about. Well, I always keep saying that. I'm not. Uh, I just say that to move along time, to keep talking, you know? I think I need better ways of. Oh, uh, right now, you are listening to me talking in complete silence. That's it. If you have any recommendations on background music I could play while I'm talking, like what's it called? Free music for people to use. Maybe you have this website that you could give me that has tons of uh copyright non-copyright music. Yeah, I'll say that. Just so I have something in the background so you can have there's something else other than my voice because I can't imagine how dry it sounds um with my tone and me just like I'm talking whatever. It's like it I you it's like I you can't talk, which is terrible because I'm recording a podcast. The time of random. Uh, you know what? It's been an hour, almost 10 minutes. I'm gonna end it here. It's been good. It's been fun to talk. I feel like my voice is starting to, or my motivation, my energy, starting to deplete. Maybe I can later on just record a new episode and then I just have one in my back pocket to record on the next Saturday, which I'm going to be doing. I'm going to record and post every Saturday. If you didn't catch that from the intro, yeah, I'm just thank you so much for listening. I almost said watching again. This uncut thing. Well, I do cut it, I guess, live. I have this. I press the 5 on my numpad on my laptop keyboard, and then I can like cough, or I've just been coughing, or I have to find the book the second book here. I just press number 5 on the numpad and I can pause the recording and do whatever. And you have no idea that happened. To you, that's just I was just talking the whole time. I had it in my pocket or something. I don't know. And that's exactly what I have to do. Podcast. Woohoo! Yippee! Yeah, this podcast isn't going to be for everyone, but evidently, because you're here, this podcast was for you. Oh, I don't want to end it. I want to keep talking. I was about to end it like 10 minutes. Now that it is, I I keep wanting to keep talking. I might go to even like 2 hours. I wouldn't be opposed to that. Maybe that's just maybe that's too much for a first video. No. Okay, good mileage and whatever out of this first recording. I'll upload it, then bam. You know, it's look, I'll level with you here. I have no idea how this is going to go. It might go good, it might go bad. It might just fade away. I'll never do it again. This episode is the deciding answer, or deciding factor, not answer. This first episode is the deciding factor if I make a third one. Of course, I'm going to make a second one because I need to have more information at my hands to see if people, even my friends, like this. So, I'm really interested in knowing who likes it, who doesn't. I don't really care if people don't. I don't really care about this channel, which might come off as bad because I should care about it. I mean, I'm planning so much for it and I don't care, but I do. I do. It I just have to put myself in that mindset of that it doesn't really matter. If people start hating it, if this doesn't really break out into anything, I need to. I, I think I should have this pessimistic view about it, so I don't get super agitated when it doesn't work. Um, I'm. It's just how I think I should think. So don't worry, I'm going to be keeping on, just at my own pace, ready for whatever hurdles fly my way. And as should you. Speaking of those like emotional hurdles, um, I I like being a therapist for free. It it feels rewarding to know that I helped someone get through something. Of course, I have to say it's much better if they seek out an actual professional, but sometimes it takes a while to find the right therapist. Um, or maybe they can't afford it, or they can't go to a therapist. Which I'm gonna promote them because I can and I think they're cool. BetterHelp, the online therapist thing, I think that's super cool that it can be affordable. You can have therapy whenever and wherever you want because it's just it's on your phone, right? I think that idea is really cool, really good, and I it's just me. It's what I think is an ideal way of getting spreading out therapy. Mental health is crucial to our whole system of life. It's crucial for ourselves and others. It's it, they're doing cool stuff. I like it. Uh, BetterHelp.com or dot something. I don't know. It's that it's if you. I'm gonna adver- I'm not gonna advertise it. No, whatever. I just talked about it. They're cool. Whatever. Right? How much time? An hour and 16 minutes I've been talking. I'm just starting to go off on random things now, which is totally the premise of this podcast named The Time of Random. Oh my gosh. I keep talking about how random I'm making all these things because it's the time of random. And also, I keep referring to how long I've been going. Putting the time in the time of random. Well, that, this, this title, it's working out. I'm having fun. Maybe I should, no. What if I limited my episodes to an hour? Uh, no. 2 hours is good for a podcast, I think, because you get when you have video and audio, you get mileage from both of those, and you can have something that's 10 minutes to 30 minutes long. When you take away one of those aspects, you have to have more of something to equal out the other thing. So that's why podcasts from what's a podcast from the top of my head? Brain Leak with Ethan and Jacksepticeye. Sean. Ethan and Sean. Those two lovely people. Their episodes are usually 2 hours long, I think. Or an hour. I can just look it up right now. Hold on. I'm getting there. YouTube. Don't be slow. Yeah, like an hour 39 minutes. That's episode 54. And I'm almost there. So I'm going to be talking as long as they talk. Whoa. Maybe longer. I'll have more content than them. Doesn't mean I'm better than them. I don't want any wars being started. I'm not better than anyone, okay? I can't say that I'm better at people on my first episode. That's gonna start so many things that I do not want to deal with. So I'm not, because, like, yeah. I might make 3 episodes in the same day. I feel this energy, this inspiration to keep going. But I know at some point I have to end it. Which sucks because I'm really enjoying this. I guess I have something to look forward to for the next Saturday, or the next time I decide I'm going to record. Either way, I have to end this at some point. So, yeah, I'm doing it right now. Thank you so much for listening to my podcast, The Time of Random. I had lots of fun talking about these random things, and I hope that you had fun listening to these random things. Again, share my channel to other people, your friends, your family, what have you. I haven't sworn so far, so I'm not, or I haven't talked about any bad things like gore or whatever, so I think I'm pretty like E for everyone, family friendly. So show me to your mom, show me to your sister. Why did I name out 2 women at the same? Show me to your dad, to your brother, to your friend, your boyfriend, your husband. I don't know. I don't know who's going to listen to this. All that I know is that I am so thankful for you listening to this. Even like the people who stopped watching it like a minute in, I'm glad that they gave me at least a little attention. Right? Because that's what matters. I got a chance. I might have not won them over, but still, it was something. So now I'm doing it right. I'm doing something that's entertaining, something that actually is worth something. And I think that's pretty cool. Whatever time it is for you, I know that right now is the end of the time of random. I need to make a better title. Thank you for listening. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like the podcast if you liked it. And as always, remember to stay crazy, stay creative. Most importantly, stay awesome. This is the Time of Random, signing off.